And a very good morning. Hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing absolutely wonderfully today. I am in Greenville, North Carolina. Got some business to take care of, and my wife and I are over here just having a pretty good time. It's a beautiful day, and I thought, what a great time to just jump on and see if there were some things we could talk about. Everything happening with ONPASSIVE lately. Um, for me, the world just got a whole lot better. ONPASSIVE is allowing us, those of us that are involved, it's allowing us to reach higher and to dream bigger. And like Mr. Mufara says, or has said in the past, he's got a quote for this. Where he says, "We win bigger together." And for those of us that are coming off of the Boston High with the conference there, the electricity is still flowing in me, and I've lost quite a bit of sleep over the last few nights just thinking about where we're going and what we're doing, and it's an awesome thing to be a part of. Um, this is the first time that I have done a live like this from another location. You may have seen the Boston. I'm trying to figure out a good way to put this phone so that I can perhaps talk and pay attention to what's going on, because I see there's a script here, but I see everybody popping on. Hi, Sunpot. It's good to see you. I certainly appreciate you being here. Got to get my hand out of the thing here. But coming off of that conference in Boston was an incredible high. For me, it was a lifetime. It was a changing event. It helped me to see things a little more clearly overall. Seeing how Mr. Mufara had treated each and every one of us, and how respectful and how interested he was in our personal lives, how much each and every one of the leaders really, we see some of the people that were there, we see them a lot more often than we see a great many other founders, and there's other founders that are kind of in the background, with uh, approaching 1.3 million founders. Um, we're huge, and we can't all get some FaceTime or belly-to-belly time with Ash as we'd like to. He's extremely busy doing 100 things. He and his family are involved in lots of stuff, and they can certainly use not only your appreciation and the gratitude, flowing out from you, but prayers as well, and just generally lifting them up. They've got a lot on their plate, a lot on their shoulders. So, we certainly expect a lot more great things to be happening. Hi, Roy. Hi, Toracle, or I think I pronounced that right, but it just disappeared. So sorry about that. I do see names coming up here. Ravi, hey, hi there. Robbie, I really enjoy hearing from you, but folks, when you continue to say, hey, when are we going to launch? When are we going to launch? When are we going to launch? I really get the idea that you really, you're not seeing the picture. We are launching. We are launching as we speak. We have offices in Bangladesh and in Singapore. We have offices in Hyderabad and Dubai. We're a global company. We are launching. We're in the launch. Now, we've got some things. Hey, Tom. Hey, Patrick. Hey, William. William DeLorme. Hey, good to see you, brother. We're launching right now. So, for folks to keep saying, hey, when are we launching? When are we launching? I see things rather black and white. To my credit and to my, well, not to my credit. And that's just part of who I am. Like, we're all part of the whole. Each and every one of us have certain dispositions, and we're all different, but we're all the same, and we're all united. We're all connected. But my disposition has me looking at things rather black and white sometimes. So when people ask me, hey, when are we launching? It's kind of a tilt moment, tilt, because we're launching. And if you're not seeing that, I'm not sure how to really point it out, except you need to change the mindset. Um, the launch of ONPASSIVE isn't a flip the button and my foos, hey my foos, good to see you. Good to see you too, Mr. Kumar. Robin, I certainly appreciate seeing you guys. How wonderful to have Bangladesh represented here, as well as the U.S. and there's other countries, India I see here. But anyway, I was talking about how we look at the launch of ONPASSIVE. It's launching, folks. Um, Trust me. I mean, it's launching, and we've got a lot more things going on. We have a lot more that's coming at us, and it's going to happen faster. Things are going to start to speed up. More events are going to start happening. I'm telling you what, Mr. Mufara has got this thing. It is squarely on his shoulders. He's got the stature to hold it. You know, he's not bent over. He's not doubled over. It's not pressuring him. I mean, you can see him. I don't know if any of you saw how he handled what happened in Boston, but there was a lot of things going on, I'm telling you, that could have really screwed up his day. But he took it all in stride. I mean, he is a leader. He is inspirational. And I'm here to tell you, yes, absolutely, my foos. It is a continuous process, and we're in the middle of that launch process. But Mr. Mufara is inspirational in that he is creating leaders. Look at the leaders that we've got. Now, I've said many times that our leadership, our founder base, every one of us as founders, every one of us are leaders. And the mark of a true leader, even as Mr. Mufara will tell you, is that if you can take what you've been taught, if you can pull it together, and if you can start to create your success and bring others in and make them successful, so that those people that have inspired you, if, for instance, these leaders that have inspired you, or if, for instance, hey, good morning, Rupa, good to see you, appreciate that, you too, Privan. If those leaders that have inspired you go to the background or disappear, or heaven forbid something should happen to them or their families, and you continue on to do the things that you've learned to do, that is the mark of a leader. You are indeed then a full leader, and you're a leader in your own right. You're not having to rely and go back on and look for advice and counsel for those folks that helped to get you where you are. So keep that in mind. A lot of the people that we see within ONPASSIVE over and over and over, those people are leaders. They've got the mindset, and they now have the heart and the understanding that what we're doing is changing humanity. We're lifting humanity. We're doing it, as Mr. Milo says, one person at the time, right? One business at the time, one mind at the time. That's how we do it. But we're all connected. We're like that rain comes down, the rain comes down, the rain comes down. You hold your hand out. You catch some rain in your hand, right? Now, just because that rain lands in your hand, that doesn't mean that that's your rain and you totally own that rain. No, that rain is still rain. And it's rain, it's owned and it's blessed by the forces and the source that made the rain. It's just like the rain that fell on the ground. It just fell in your hand. Now, I'm using this as an illustration for your talents, for your gifts, for your passions. You've got your own passions and your own abilities. You have your own talents and gifts that were given to you by the source of our creation. And just because you've got those, they don't mean they're solely yours. Those things are given to you that you can color them and you can pose them as you want to. In other words, like the water that falls in your hand, if you throw some green dye in there, it's just green dye. It kind of personalizes it to you, saying, you know what, that's my green dye, that's in my hand, that's what I look like, and that's great, that's fine, but it is still rain. It still has a molecular structure, and it still belongs to the creator of the rain. It's just your version of the rain. So everything that you have that makes you a leader, Ravi, no. I have given you the answer. please understand, we are launching. There is not a specific date. Um, Maybe you need to reframe the question. Perhaps you're asking me, gee, when is the pre-launch marketing going to start? Or when are the bonuses start? But you're asking me, when are we going to launch? We are in the middle of launching. I'm not ignoring your question, okay? I'm not trying to not answer it. The answer is we're in the middle of a launch. So, yeah, please enjoy the process, rise with it. It's what I called rising rising tide economics. When you got the harbor, like we were looking out over in Boston, when the tide comes in, all the ships on the harbor get raised up. So that's what we're referring to. Now the tide is on passive. On passive is rolling in, and every one of us are going to be lifted on that tide. So here I am. Whoa! Dropped the phone. Sorry about that. I saw I was covering up the phone. Oh, you guys got me on the soapbox. So anyway, I'm talking about using your gifts and your talents, going after what your passion is to make a difference in your neck of the world. And that could be anything as great and grand as the engineer that helped with Dubai. That could be anything as great and efforting as Julie and Milo and Lynn and Red and Marty, the top leaders that you see a lot of. Just because they're in the spotlight doesn't mean that you are invaluable. They are extremely valuable. They're doing some great work, and you can also do great work. You can also reach out in whatever form or fashion, whatever your passion is, to do what makes a difference for your neck of the world. And when you do that, it's going to come back to you. And right now, the mechanism, right, the machination that's occurring through ONPASSIVE is that mechanism. When you go out and you try and you bless those around you, then it's going to come back to you right now. It's going to be coming back to you through ONPASSIVE, because that's the means that's available. That is what God has given us. That is what the platform that's been lifted up. So yes, absolutely, Clifford. Thank you. Keep patient. Be patient. Just know that, yes, absolutely, Clifford. We're in it to win it. This is great. Hello, Suzanne. Man, it's good to see you. We're in this thing, folks. This is not something that's going away. I mean, look at the building in Dubai. It's like Mr. Mufara said. We own those buildings. We own them. I mean, not the buildings. I'm sorry. I recant. Take it back. We own that 151st floor. We own the 134th floor. And right now, that's what they are. Hey, good morning. Blessings to you, Satya. Thank you so very much. You too, Partha. I appreciate you guys being here. We own those 2 floors in the tallest building in the world. That's the top. This is the top. But you've heard Mr. Mufara say in the past, we get to a new top, we're going to create a new top. And that's why yesterday he was saying, guess what? This is just this top. There's another top coming. There's more happening. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. Hey, good morning, Barry. Hi, Patrick. This is the beginning. We're just getting going. We haven't even launched yet. We're a unicorn waiting to launch. We haven't even launched. No, this is historical. This is amazing. This is epic, epic, epic what is going on. And I can't seem to get folks to understand. I have people emailing me all the time. Wow, I don't have time to spend 4 hours listening to the webinar, or I work during the day, or I'm taking care of sick parents. Wonderful. I get it. Life happens, and it usually happens when we have things that are otherwise planned. Happens with me all the time. That's why I'm in Greenville. But we got some great things going on. ONPASSIVE is changing the world. We are going to blow up and own the internet. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, Jarnell, it's good to see you. Anyway, getting back to the whole launching thing, we've got just a little bit of time before we actually get into. And maybe, you know what, maybe this is answering the question. Maybe it's not when are we launching, when can we expect things to move forward. Maybe that's what the question should be. But you know, Mr. Mufar has talked about it. We understand it. We know. He knows. I mean, he has said directly, hey, I get it. You're looking for the commissions, you're looking for bonuses. Everybody seems to be in a little bit of a world of hurt. Some of us a little more so than others. I get it. I get it. But you know, if I can speak plainly to you, brothers and sisters, ONPASSIVE is not at fault for the way the world is. We are going to be the correction to a lot of the corruption. And that means a lot of things that have happened in the past and continue to happen, we're going to be addressing. And through those corrections, we will lift humanity. We will be a correction. Good morning, Clarence. Good to see you, brother. And I get it. You know, I've said in the past that, you know, I've got family members that I've gotten more grief from a couple of my family members than I have anybody else, and that's fine. That's fine. It's a mindset. It's a mentality. It's how do you look at life, right? If you can't see what we're trying to do and you don't have a heart for humanity, then you know what? You aren't founder material. And I hate to be so bold and blunt as to say that, because you know what? Each and every one of us deserve and are worthy of abundance. We all have that God gift in us, regardless of what name you put on God. You know, whatever it is. You know, we're all created in part and parcel of the same source. We've been drawn from creator source. We draw our being from that, and we're all part of that. We're all connected, and we're all just trying to do something good for somebody, and that's what we should be doing, you know. And I'm not going to apologize for getting on a soapbox, because I really enjoy so much being able to be a part of this movement. And it is a movement. It is something that is not going to stop. It is something that is continual. It will be here for generations. And we are just at the beginning of it. So keep in mind that life is more than just waiting for the next event. Life is more than wanting more all the time, even though I will be the first to tell you that that is a part of the nature of existence, and that is expansion. We all want to expand. We want to learn more. We want to be more. We want to do more. And we need to understand that if we can get into the mindset where we can start to reach out and experience new things and do new things, then that's gonna help you in the long run, because you cannot exceed more than you can imagine. And if you haven't done it or had an experience of it, then you really can't imagine it. And without imagining it, you can't develop it in your mind and broadcast it out to the world so that it can come back to you. So I would love if we can just get our heart and brain together and understand ONPASSIVE is not going away. It is just starting. It is getting here. Good morning. Hey, Panama. Theo, good to see you. Carlos from Panama, thank you for stopping in. Our mindset. You know, Mr. Mufara talks a lot about mindset. Talks about how we should be looking at things, and I've said more than once, perception, I believe with my heart, is the basic unit of reality, okay? And that's your perception, my perception. Because our perception is what develops thoughts and emotions, and those are extremely powerful when you talk about subtle energy, and we broadcast those out. Because when you have a thought and then you have an emotion, right? That emotion has got a belief behind it. So let me give you a little piece of advice. No, it's not even advice. Let me see if I can give you or open up your understanding with something that just kind of popped in here. When you're thinking, you know, woe is me, and you're thinking this isn't happening fast enough, and when is launch, I don't see the progress. That thought, those questionings are arising because of an emotion that you have. That emotion of distrust or whatever the emotion is causing you to question on passive, behind that emotion, there is a belief. So if you could ask yourself, why am I feeling that way? Why am I in a hurry for this launch to happen in my understanding? Then when you answer that question, why am I feeling this way? You'll get to that belief, the belief behind the emotion. When you change that belief, then you'll change the emotion, and then everything goes out and it starts getting better for you. So think about it like that. Try to change the belief. What is it making you feel like you need that next event? I mean, Mr. Mufara said it pretty clearly, pretty well. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, my days get wrapped up, but he said it pretty good when he said, this is the event. This is what we just went through. This is what we can enjoy. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. All right, reconnecting. I think I'm back, and I apologize for that. We're trying to get my son's car shipped out to California. It's a nice Tiburon. I love that. Man, it's a nice little sports car. Dual exhaust. It's got the kits on it. Sounds like $1 million, a little 6-speed, a little sports. I love it. One of the ways Mr. Mufara has just really opened me up to dreaming bigger is I keep looking at what kind of a little car do I want to get. My wife wants a nice car like, maybe a Denali, or she wants one of the big 1-foot screens in the dashboard. And I'm thinking I want to get a little Beamer stick shift or something. Oh, who knows, maybe a Lexus, just something nice. Anyway, sorry about that break. Sorry about the cut in there. And what was I talking about? I guess maybe I wasn't, I guess I'm done. I went on a rant about some things, and I just want to lift you up. I want you to understand life is about to get better. I should probably just start quoting Mr. Mufara, right? First and foremost, remember when he said, ONPASSIVE is not greedy when it comes to profits. So chill. It'll be all right. Things are moving. They're not moving as fast as you or me or, somebody in Panama or India or the wide world may want, but they're moving and they're going at the right time. ONPASSIVE is not going to be late, but they're not going to be early. So life is good. Remember, too, when Mr. Mufara was talking about how we're starting so much bigger than the other giants in the world, the Facebook and Googles and the Amazons of the world? Look at us now. 1.3 million founders before pre-launch. We've got offices globally, big, huge. We've got products, not only global reach with our digital platform in the marketing, but we've also got many physical products that are going in and being produced, right? I mean, they have factories open producing now, right? Physical products. I think he mentioned at least 30 of them last month. And on top of that, he's got a lot more things coming out. A lot more. Hello, ONPASSIVE for the world. Good to see you. Good to see you. I love Kentucky Fried Tofu. Oh, yeah, nobody's moving backwards that I know of. Life is pretty good. Oh, man. Tofu, yeah. See, you just need to go away, dude. Just stop. Just stop. You're not getting it. Obviously, you're not getting it. But anyway, Mr. Mufara's got a lot of things that he said. He's got a lot of quotes that we can count on. There's a lot of things that we can do. Moving forward is just something that we do. It's part and parcel with the journey. If you've been here for any length of time, hey Greg, good to see you. I've got a heckler here, Kentucky Fried Tofu, or yeah, okay, doesn't even use a real name. Of course, that's all right. You know what? Because you've got value too. You absolutely do, and you are worthy, and you are able to do whatever you want to do, and you can make plans, and just, you know what? Just go do your life, man. Go do you. That's what we're doing. But you know what? We're taking that selfishness that we were born with and taught into, and we're moving it out into the masses, into humanity. And we're looking to do something great. We're looking to do something unselfish, something selfless, just like Ash Mufara is doing. We're looking to do something that is going to change the world in ways that we've never seen before. We're moving into a consciousness that's higher than anything ever in recorded history, and that's ONPASSIVE. So if you don't see it and you can't get it, that's fine. Nobody's asking you to jump in here and be a founder. Wait until after we launch. We'll have products that will help you do what you want to do. You know, that's absolutely the truth. And you don't have to beat anybody up. You don't have to try to get your points in, or you don't have to vie for clicks on your YouTube. Just leave us alone and let us do what we know to do until you have ears to hear what's going on. You know, if you're in the negative, if you're skeptical, if you're a cynic, hey, I get it. I got those people in my family, man. I are one. You know, I used to be one. I came into ONPASSIVE as a skeptic. But trust me, if you will take a look at what we're doing, and if you will do it with an open mind, then you will see what is going on. And if not, fine. But don't create more havoc in your own life by putting out the negativity that's going to come back to you in ways that you don't want. So, ONPASSIVE is real. It's professional. It is massive. It is absolutely legal, and it is absolutely registered worldwide. It's going on. It is happening. So, yeah, we look forward to next events, even as we look for goals in our own lives. So, hey, Ron, good to see you, brother. And you know what? Ron is another one. Ron just does what he does. He's not trying to be, in everybody's face. He's just kind of even-keeled. You know, he doesn't get really excited, doesn't get down. He's just a good guy. You know, he's in the limelight a bit. You can see him. But he's doing things at his own level, and that's what we're all doing. We're all doing what we can do. Every one of us. We're doing what we can do. And we're going after our passions. I was talking with Julie the other day, Julie Wynn, and I said, Julie, you're fine. She said, yeah, I know. I'm just going after my passion, and you know what? Things will even out. You're going to hit high roads and low roads, and no matter what you do, right? There's going to be bumps. There's an ebb and flow in life. Everything. It's all frequency. Take a look at any sine wave. You got peaks, you got valleys. Life is like that. It's going to happen. But the key is balance. Balance. Keep balance. So, hey, Steve. Good to see you, Mr. Newell. Appreciate you being here as well. Lots of good things going on, folks. Please go back and listen. Go back to the webinar yesterday. Listen to Mr. Mufara when he talks about some of the things that he talks about that aren't directly related to things happening, but read between the lines and listen to the wisdom that he puts out. Guys, I think it was somebody who said, I can't remember, and I apologize. I'm going to use somebody that said, the things that we have sitting, when we sit on the round tables, when Marty and Red and Chris and some of the others that have a more prominent view sit on their platforms, and we look at Mr. Mufara coming on and talking to us through various platforms with the counsel that he provides, the insights that he provides, the wisdom that he gives us. These are things that very successful people pay thousands of dollars to go to for weekend webinars to have these folks come up and talk for an hour. They'll spend thousands of dollars to hear what they have to say, so they're not getting advice personally, but they're listening to the wisdom that's coming out and the understanding that they glean from it that'll help them to understand the next step in their own lives. And this is what we're doing. So I would urge you, Listen to Mr. Mufara when he speaks. Go on, check out the recording. I slow it down. I can't. I find that I can't grasp everything he says, so I slow it down to about 0.75 of the real time. Hey, Kiran, good to see you. Oh, Unpassive Aussie girls, love it. Oh, Yvonne, good to see you. Blessings to you and your group, Julie. Oh man, all of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I would certainly encourage each and every one of you, when you have an opportunity to listen to Mr. Mufara, the things that he says are directly applicable to your lives, not just on passive. If you will use his words and if you will put them to an effectual place or standard in your life so that they affect how you think and act, then it's going to lift you. It's going to lift your vibration. It's going to lift your mindset. It's going to be listening. Hey, John Barilla, good to see you, brother. Willow's Place. Man, Willow, nice to see you. Oh, Vanish 81, see you here. Gosh, you guys are great. I certainly appreciate you being here. I apologize for the little bit of a snafu when I got a phone call through, but I really needed to take that. My son is excited. He's on board the USS Vincent. It's a aircraft carrier out of California. Young and excited and living life large. You know, I remember my days like that when I was overseas. And man, I'll tell you, over in Spain, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. We'd drive to Gibraltar. We'd drive to Portugal on long weekends. You know, we'd just go do some good stuff. Drive over to Cadiz and do some neat stuff. You know, a lot of port visits. Just great stuff. Great stuff. The military allows a lot of things, and he's loving life. But we'll try to get his car over there to him. So. Anyway, unless there's a specific question or something, I guess I've been talking for a while. I don't know how long lives are supposed to do. I'm waiting for my better half, my lovely bride, to come out of the doctor's office here, and I will be transferring her back home. So I just want to thank you guys. You know, I am so grateful for all of the love and the encouragement, the support that you provide, not only to me, but to each and every one of us that are doing just what we do. You know, I mean, if you're out there liking comments, if you're out there subscribing to channels, if you're submitting content to any place at all, you know, whether it's on passive.com, whether it's blogs, whether it's on YouTube, thank you so very much. If you're commenting and you're encouraging people, thank you so very much. Because you know what? Without the folks with you in mind, right? Without you guys, without those that have the gifts of encouragement and gifts like that, wow, you know, we wouldn't be, for the most part, doing everything, and my hand's covering it up again, sorry about that. We wouldn't be doing what we do. You know, if it wasn't for Mr. Mufara out there encouraging each and every one of us, I never would have started doing videos. You know, I probably wouldn't be doing a lot of what I'm doing. And I'm working on a lot of projects in the background, folks. Man, when they finally do come to light, some people are going to say, dang, I didn't know he was doing all that. But you know, it's all about just following your passion. What makes you feel good? Because that's what you want to reach for. That's what you want to do. You know? When you reach for the next best feeling thing, that is spirit telling you your true north. When you're subject to 4 or 5 things that you can do, and they maybe all feel kind of good. Maybe you'd like to do them all, but there's one that you'd really like. Wow, I'd really like to do that. Go do it, because you're going to start seeing synchronicities. Things are going to work out for you. You're going to see advantages just fall in your lap. You're going to see people call you and show up out of the blue to support whatever it is that you're doing. And we call those synchronicities. And I am telling you, it works. Hey, Joseph, Mr. Lons, I sure appreciate that, brother. Thank you so very much, because I'm telling you, it's not only about On Passive. It's about your life. It's about humanity. It's about a much bigger thing than anything ever imagined that we'd get into a while back. I'm grateful. I am so grateful. And the only way that I know to show Mr. Mufara the appreciation that I have is to to lead, to go forward, and to know that he started something in me that's never going to stop. This it's always going to be there. And the more I'm blessed by ONPASSIVE, the more I'm going to be able to go out and do things that I'm already doing it. I talked to somebody this morning in my neighborhood that has a little, he needs money. He's got this struggling business. It's a home improvement kind of thing where he does power washing and screens and stuff like that. I gave him a call and said, hey, I've got a little bit of extra money. I've got a neighbor down the road. She's elderly. She's in a hurting kind of a way. She needs to have this, you know, her door is coming off. The screen's all broken. Let's get you over there. Let's employ you to go fix her porch. It'll cost me a few dollars, but gosh, you know what? What a blessing. What a blessing that's going to be. You know, the Bible says, do not despise small beginnings. We all start somewhere. And so even though I've got these grandiose ideas, and I know that I'm going to be giving millions to a lot of things that I'm going to be supporting, it all starts at home. It all starts with having the right mindset, because that's where it starts. You will know the thought in our brain is the beginning of the creation and manifesting process. And without a thought, you cannot imagine. And without imagining, you cannot create your emotion. And without emotion, you're not going to get the power going out, projected, being broadcast from you out to the unified field of potential, or the spiritual realm, or whatever you want to call it, and then have it pull it back to you. That's how it works. That's how God made it, and I'm telling you, it works that way. It starts with small things. So whether you're liking a comment, whether you're just clicking a like button, or you're subscribing, or you're entering something into the O Network, or you're going on and you're just encouraging people, or whether you're creating content, or whether you're doing webinars, or whether you're going to conferences, whatever it is, the bigger, the better, the sweeter, the fatter, the juicier, the red, it's going to work. It's going to work. You're going to grow. You're going to expand. Everything that we're doing is tied in part and parcel with lifting humanity, and every little bitty thing we do will do that, will work for that. Your words and your actions will go out. They will not return void. They will return to you, and they will manifest for you, and they will expand you, expand your horizons, and in so doing, they will lift for the greater good. So I'm just telling you, man. Hey, Commander, good to see you there, brother. Again, I'm all right. I'm going to kind of bring this to a close. I certainly appreciate everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Perhaps I can do this more. I mean, if I get people saying this is a good thing, then maybe I can even learn to put some stuff out there. Maybe I can get Key Wendell. Who knows? You know what? We'll see. You know, hey, if there's some North Carolina people that, you know, ONPASSIVE founders in North Carolina that want to get together, let's get together and do a live. We can do these things. You know, we can do it. And we start small. Everybody can do it. No matter what state you're in. Get with those people around you. Start doing something else, you know, or not, or you can just watch. I mean, either way, it's all going to work to the good. So life is good for all of us, and it's going to work for each and every one of us. You know, it's a brave new world. We got things going on. ONPASSIVE is the biggest, best thing right now going on. And people need to understand that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, but right now, ONPASSIVE is got it. It's got it. Hey, Anna, good to see you here, Ms. Martins. I appreciate you showing up. Before I get off, if anybody has any questions, if I happen to see them, and if I can answer anything, but in closing, I just want to say, hey, we're on the way. We're in good shape. There's nothing going on. There's nothing serious going on we need to worry about, okay? Everything's working out for our good. We can't ever get it wrong, you know? It's good. We're not going to run out of things to do. This is life. Enjoy it. And the more you enjoy it, and the more you're living in gratitude, the more you're living in appreciation. And I mean, call it out, speak it out. Those words have power. As a matter of fact, I've gone through, there was one of, well, I can't remember the video. 2 or 3 months ago, I put a video out that talked about the new energy we're in. And a lot of people say, oh, that's a bunch of hooey. No, that is physics. We are literally in new energy, and that new energy is stronger. And when you speak words out, those words, because they are a form of consciousness, streaming and drawing power from the creator source of consciousness, those words have power. So when you think that you're not powerful, think again. Call those words out. Again, you know, I've heard it said, speak to your mountains. And when I say mountains, I'm talking about those big things in your life that seem to be hard to navigate, hard to get over. Okay? That's the whole idea of a lighthouse. That's why ONPASSIVE is the lighthouse. It's shining a beacon over rocky terrain, dangerous terrain, inhospitable weather. That's why we're here. We're here for protection and for lifting up and bringing people safely to shore. That's why we're here. And you can be a part of that. Speak it out. Speak out your words. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am in the middle of this. I am connected. I am a part of the whole. I am, and I will be, and I'm going forward, and I'm expanding, and I'm doing everything good, and I'm projecting myself for the greater good of humanity, and I am loving the things that are coming to me, and ONPASSIVE is one of them. And ONPASSIVE, I'm telling you, 90% of the money you make from ONPASSIVE will be on the back of ONPASSIVE. Won't have anything to do with what you've done. We see it already beginning. Look at the marketing that's already starting to take place, and that is a drop in the bucket, folks. A drop in the bucket. Get active. Get active. You don't have to convince people to join. We do not need any more founders. Trust me. What we do need is light workers and power warriors or prayer warriors. We need people with a good mindset. We need people with a heart, with a bent toward benevolence. People that will reach out and broadcast out to others and to humanity instead of broadcasting inward to self. We need to be selfless. Wow. Again, all right. I appreciate being here. I appreciate the folks that have come to see this. I'm amazed sometimes. I am so appreciative of Mr. Ash Mufareh and his family. We cannot say enough about that. I am telling you, he gets slapped around a little more, metaphorically speaking, than you might imagine. His family takes hits. He takes hits. The company takes hits that we don't know anything about. God bless Corinne and your entire team, the Unity Blessing people. I know you are out there. I feel you. I'm part of you. And I know that you are lifting Mr. Mufareh's family and Mr. Mufareh and the whole of ONPASSIVE. I know that is happening. I know that you are strong. I know that you are in there and you are in it to win it, and you are doing a great work, and I appreciate that group so very, very much. We need more people like that. Hey, Armand, good to see you. Thank you. Corinne, it's good to know that you're feeling much better. And yeah, I've sent them a message or two, but I try to leave you alone. You've got so much support there, and you are so loved. Thank you. Same thing with, as long as I'm thanking people, just thank you, Ash, thank you, Mrs. Mufareh, even the children. You gotta look at Omar, and you can see where he gets that mischievous look, because his daddy gets it a lot. I love seeing that look, when Ash gets that look in his eye. I'm like, oh, that's a great thing, But God bless the whole family, and thank you guys. The leadership, the ones that are carrying the brunt of the YouTube streaming and the webinars, Red and Julie and Lynn and Milo and Marty and all of you. Chris, you're in there. You got things going on. The tech guys, we just appreciate you guys so very, very much. We're in it to win it. Every one of us, we are winning it. It's a done deal. It's all lock, stock, and barrel. Baby, we own it. Now we just need to claim it, and we need to work it. Okay? Don't let it work you. You work it. You work your life. And I will see everybody at the top. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.